Hello YouTube, I'm back. It's been about month and a half-ish. We are currently 1 week into the quarantine. I've had my little baby girl, so time up the garage is going to be a bit more scarce for the foreseeable future, but that's absolutely fine because she is adorable. But I did manage to get a bit of time before she popped out to organise the garage a bit more. It doesn't look that clean, but it is a bit more organised. So the little glanzer that I've got, I managed to get headlights, indicators, rear lights, rear half of a sportive interior, which is pretty much the same apart from the pattern on the rear seats. I took all the tyres off and just resealed them quick. Got it on some dollies and switched it round. I also found some bits missing. It had no pollen filter housing, no ECU brackets and stuff like that. So I've kind of got the interior back together, ready to start tinkering with the engine. I got my beloved KP back in the middle, which means I can drag it out when I need to and crack on. But I'm just up here at the moment while I've got a spare bit of time. I've got the 4E FTE on the stand. So next on the list is to strip this down, bag and label everything, and write a list of what I've got to order. So this is going to be the first engine I'm ever going to build, like new bearings and all that kind of jazz. I've been itching to build an engine since I can remember. And these are good little engines to cut your teeth on. So yeah, I got this engine for pretty cheap. Suppose it just started knocking, so I'm hoping everything's good. I found a few issues with it. It had two exhaust stud bosses cracked and really badly welded. I'll insert some pictures. So instead of getting a new head, I decided I'm going to try and fix them. So I've shaved one down, and that's come out all right. And then this one was completely gone. So I cut it all the way back and built it back up with weld. But what I need to do now is shave it cone-shaped so I can get my welder in the gaps, and then rebuild it all back up. Drill and tap it, and get a nice stone and face this off again flush. But yeah, let's get stripping some ancillaries off. Okay, so I hate having to use a screwdriver to pry up the sump. It just bends the tin slightly, but sort of. So something's definitely happened with this engine. As you can see, there's a lot of metal in there. So I'm just going to pop the sump back on, spin her over, and crack the head off. Just one thing to show you. I said I'm new to all this engine stuff, but Toyota have been very kind, and I don't know if you can see on there, it says E5432. Obviously one's up the front there, technically I5432. So everything starts cam belt end, everything's labelled with an arrow on going the right way. So when it comes to putting it back together, it makes it very easy. Okay, so it's the next day. I've got the cams out. So yeah, I said the engine had a bottom end bearing gone. So these surfaces don't look too bad. You can see it's hard to see, but there's all like swarf in all of them. I'll send you the picture of this one. This was the worst one. I'll send you a picture of that one. But yeah, so I've ordered a new head. I found one on Facebook. £200 delivered with ARP head bolts. Most of the stuff, so I can mix and match everything I need. But my friend James Harris reckons that this is savable. Maybe I've got to strip the head, cams in, torque down, and check for end float and if they move and the tolerant and the play in them. So I've got a nice DTI gauge. So I'm going to carry on doing the bottom end now and see what's going on there. Okay, so I've got the pistons out. This is number 3. There is no bearing left. And this is number 2. Nice and smooth, little ridge on the end for oil to pass round. Number 3. Absolutely toast. That is not savable whatsoever. So let's check the mains anyway. And order up a new crank. So I just noticed. So this is time and end 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So all these caps are backwards. I'm pretty sure everything goes towards the timing end, so it should be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's not very good, whoever built this. Obviously had a dodgy rebuild, that's why it spun a bearing, but I got it for a good price. So I'm just gonna have to suck it up and crack on building it. The rest of the head looks alright though. Everything else looks usable. And yeah, I'm gonna try and check this float and see whether I can salvage this one as well and then build up a spare head for a later date. Okay, so I'm done. The crank's obviously dead anyway, but the mains looked alright. The bearings had picked up a bit. So this one was the worst. Should be nice and smooth. But I've inspected the bores and there's no lip, and I cannot see any scores or anything else. So I think the block is savable. The pistons I need to strip. They're very stiff on the top, so I don't know whether the small ends on the pistons have picked up. So I'll check that out. But it looks like I might just get crank, rods and pistons off someone, and then wait for this new head to turn up. Then build the head with all the different bits. So use all the valves out of this and work everything out, build a good head up, and then measure up for everything, get all the bearings done. Probably just clean this up myself and flush it through. Head's already been skimmed from the bloke. He was going forged with it, but it's got a different route. Oh, get this off. Sorry, it's a bit cold today. These are my sweet new safety glasses. Hope they annoy everybody. So yeah, I've had enough for today. Had enough for this episode. Oh wait, I've lied. There's a mark there. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, I give up. See you next time.